giving birth, but something doesn't seem right. So we're gonna keep a close eye on her. I'll update anyone later if see how that goes. Um, Last night I had a dream where, in this particular case, I knew that I was in my local region or within an hour of my local region, whereas the previous dream suspected that I possibly could be. In this case, I had an aerial view of a location. Um, how I saw that aerial view is not quite clear, but the place itself was uh, strange, to say the least. Um, I see everyone driving an identical, like, automobile. They're not, they're like bubbles. They look like bubbles, but they were like emitting these, this neon green color from every direction. So imagine like roadways covered in these, like almost like radiation color green, and just covering the roads, just going about like little ants. Hey, Omniverse, what's happening? Um, and so I'm either looking at like a Google map type thing, or I'm actually in space. Hey, what's up? Uh, and I see like, this aerial view, and this aerial view was like in real time, right? So if you were to go on Google Maps, you see like a static representation of a location, right? I mean, sure, you can see real time, but generally, if you put a location on maps, you won't. In this case, I was seeing real time movement from an app, and then I see the app, and it was Facebook. And then I notice everything around me is Facebook. I'm driving in my little bubble neon car, and keep in mind, this reality is extremely dim colored. I had this impression that this was daytime, but it was chronically like dusk, is what I was seeing. Like the sun was very, very low on the horizon, and everything had this weird, almost dreary like appearance. But like I had this sense that in this place that this was normal, and this is how it always looked like. And I notice I'm looking at the stores, I'm looking at the buildings, and I see the logo everywhere I go with no other logo. And so I'm driving, and I'm getting to a specific location, and I get to like a booth or like a toll road. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was like some kind of entrance into something. And I remember this guy in the toll booth wearing all Facebook logo clothing, everything. And it was all like blue and white. And it was this bizarre contrast of this, blue and white logo with these green neon cars in a setting of a consistently dreary dusk. And everything was like mismatched in this bizarre way. Oh, they're absolutely real, Omniverse, and we're currently living in them. We're always living in them because remember, there's no place, there is no moment, there is only right here, right now. So you're observing literally a parallel life that you're living now, which I was, and I'm kind of glad I'm not in that avatar, because I don't know if I would want to incarnate in that reality, to be honest. It looks so strange. And to have Facebook own everything, like this giant monopoly with no other company, that's not a world have any interest in living in. It was kind of cool though. I kind of like these like these little weird bubbly little cars. And so like he like kept denying me entry, right? Like the toll booth. And I'm like I'm trying to show him my phone, like some other Facebook crap, right? And like finally like he got me to agree to we got each other to agree to let me enter. And of course, where do I end up? Another concert. Concerts in my dream are just this consistent theme so often it's ridiculous. And I just remember standing in this huge like outdoor auditorium and this giant logo of Facebook, and beneath them is some band or something. And I just kept looking at this damn sky because it was bothering me so much. Um, like, I'm trying to figure out the right words to describe the sky because it wasn't like anything I've ever seen in a movie or anything. It was like brown, but all the colors. So if you looked around you, like for example, the blue and white logo of Facebook didn't really look blue and white because the sky and the contrast was so dim that you really had to look closely to be able to tell that it was blue and white, but it was. So the things that stood out the most were these green neon cars, right? Everything else just seemed dark and dim, but it didn't seem evil, right? It didn't seem like, nefarious. It just seemed silly or, or like anything else. Like that, like I didn't necessarily get bad vibes from this place or anything like that. I just got the sense like this whole reality was dedicated to Facebook. Like their heart and soul was this company, and everyone in it was like this beehive just living their life for this company. Which is odd because in our reality, as you guys probably know, this company is, I would say, deeply on the decline, in my opinion, and in a process of failure. So that's an interesting contrast to observe, right? Where you could have realities where companies develop and grow so big, they develop a monopoly over everything. And then, other places where they're not as relevant. It's just these interesting fluctuations and dynamics between how consciousness evolves is so fascinating to me. And light, by the way, because this world was dim, is another factor in how consciousness develops, by the way. Sometime later, we're going to talk about light and how it influences, spiritual growth. It influences reality in general. So, um, wait, okay, I'm gonna go now because my friend is actually coming. He's gonna be here soon. So we might even do another stream later, but I don't know. On Pinterest, they have a sci-fi city images. I know these images are real astral worlds. Oh, I gotta check that out. The chat keeps disappearing. Oh, dang it. Uh, but I see what you're talking about, drawing all the cars the same, futuristic. Yeah, right on. That's cool. But yeah, like possibly might even back later. We'll see how it goes. But gotta check on Lisa's birth. Dina said that she had a miscarriage, so I'm gonna be if we don't have any kittens. I'll catch you later.